Okay. Hi guys. Welcome to the team call. Today is November 12th. I keep saying October. I've been saying October all day, so it's like I'm still living a month ago. Like seriously, I didn't want October to end. But in reality, it is November and we are getting close to the end of the year. So that's like a month and a half to start setting some goals, some year-end goals that you want to start achieving, and really hitting it hard when it comes to, shooting for things. I know one thing that I am kind of shooting for is, like my big goal for next year is I would like to make us a 5-star elite team. Pretty doable, I think, because we have rock stars on this team. And there's elite points is what they're called. You're going to hear things like this splashed around, and it's all that kind of stuff. And when you earn elite points, this goes for all you guys to remember too, and you're going to learn about it later, but this all adds up. You're like, say next year, any coach that you sign this year and next year all count towards these points that you can accrue to become an elite coach. So all the activity produced from your new coaches and your coaches in the current year and the previous year all add up to these points, which is pretty cool. So one thing is like you could start hitting elite pretty quickly, or premier coach. Premier coach is once you hit, I believe, don't quote me on this, diamond or 1-star, where you can accrue points for that and you could become a premier coach, which is a cool title because you get recognized on stage at Summit. So that's all kinds of stuff. You can look in the FAQs to learn more about that if you want to set your bar high. And tonight, ironically, topic is diamond and mindset and strategy for diamond. This is going to benefit you if you're, this is a goal of yours. If you are already a diamond, Stacy, this will be something beneficial for you to take in and pass down to your coaches and just to kind of absorb. Okay. So this is going to benefit everybody. So mindset and the kind of the to-do strategy to it. Okay, so before I dive into the topic, I'm just going to do some quick recognition. Last week was actually a really kind of slow week. I don't know if you guys felt it, but I was looking in the downline and like I said, I recognized 200 points and up, and there was a lot of 90 points for everybody on the board, and there was a lot of like in the 100 range points. So we had 200 and a 400 within the whole downline. So at 200, we had Stacy Frith, Andrea Reese, and Ann Callar. And then at 400, we had Beth Delabar. And then actually we had a 600. Laura Sudbeck was at 600. I can't remember what I had. I had 400 something. Okay, so I looked up the prior rung on the leader ladder to see where everybody was as far as the leader ladder is. And if you're still not sure, like what that means, what the qualifications for each rung are, go on your back page and click on that middle section, and there's something that you can click on that'll explain all the rungs and what kind of things activities you need to be doing in order to achieve that. So the first level of the rung is the business starter, and the people we had at business starter last week was Stacy Frith, Mariah Hintz, Alicia Berger, Andrea Reese, Kelly Hammerschmidt, Ellie Price, Amber Cox, and Heidi Woodall. And the next level is the team builder, and we had Dan Sudbeck at team builder. And at team leader, we have Laura Sudbeck. So that's where everybody is on the leader rung, and that's awesome because that means you're hitting Success Club. If you've got coaches on your team, they're hitting Success Club or getting Success Club points on the board. It just kind of gives you a general idea what to shoot for to hit the next rank and to keep moving your business forward. And if those numbers keep moving up, it'll tell you where you need to go to get to the next rung and how far you have to go. So it gives you a tangible goal to start shooting for. So definitely pay attention to those leader rungs and where you're at and what you need to be doing to go further on the rung. Okay, so I have all kinds of little notes here. I'm not sure how long this is going to take. It might not take the whole time, so I'll always open it up to any questions you guys have. But we always talk about Emerald. As a new coach, you come in and the first goal you want to shoot for is Emerald, right? Basically, you're signing your 2 coaches, 1 on each leg. And there's so much emphasis put on Emerald simply because it really kind of kicks off your business, right? Your business is you're open your storefront, you qualify for the leads, you technically have 2 coaches, okay? But I feel like the emphasis and our business is really built on Emeralds, you guys. That's how the income really keeps coming in and flowing in and growing as you become leaders and growing your team. I mean, it just shows that you're building a solid foundation in your business by teaching your new coaches how to become Emerald. And that is a really strong point. But what I want to really focus on, you guys, is Diamond. Because that is, if you guys are on this call and you guys are doing your challenge groups and you're digging in and learning this stuff, that should be like your focus, I feel. Because really, in all actuality, it can be pretty simple to achieve if you just work really hard for it. Okay, so it took me a really long time, you guys. I have all my stacks, my recognition, paper for each rank that I've achieved. I have it hidden, but it took me a really long time to achieve Diamond, you guys. And it didn't have to take that long, because I want you guys to not make the mistakes that I made or didn't know when I first started this business. Okay. So first off, we're going to talk about the mindset. So sorry, I got notes here. You guys have to have this clear vision of what you want, right? You have to have a clear, focused decision, and it has to be a decision that you want to become a Diamond coach. Because once you become a Diamond coach, you're going to be viewed on the outside as that leader. Diamond, doesn't it sound sexy? I don't know. To me, it does. I mean, that's why I really wanted to shoot for it, because dang, I'm a Diamond, But it's a really, really significant milestone, meaning, you are a leader. And it's not saying that you can't, you're not a leader at an Emerald, but because you have coaches and you're going to lead them. But this means that you're building that foundation and you've got your 2 Emeralds. Okay. But a lot of times it doesn't, pan out where those Emeralds are automatically the people that you just sign up from your challenge groups and whatnot. Okay, so I'm getting back into the other side of things. I'm going a little crazy here. Okay, so with the mindset, you guys, even if you're not at that rank, if you're a coach still at a coach rank or you're an Emerald rank, you have to kind of fake it till you make it. When you are inviting people, when you're talking to people about the business, I remember when I was still an Emerald and I was still a coach, I was worried about how I was going to come off. I wasn't speaking to people with confidence. And the more I started, like I said, it took me a really long time to start this business because everything 2010 was so, non-systematized. Okay. But for a while I was really hesitant on what I was saying because I wasn't confident. And eventually I had to start faking it till I made it. You know what I mean? You have to fake that attitude. Like, I am a Diamond. I am a Star Diamond leader. And you need to word things to somebody like if you're getting objections from people, you write it out. Like, what would a Star Diamond coach say? What does a top 10 coach say to this? And you need to write that out and speak it like you are that top 10 coach, like you are that Diamond coach. Because it's really difficult when you're speaking, as like a brand new coach without confidence. People are going to feel that and they're going to read that. So write it out like you're that coach. And, the difference between, people that kind of act as though they are versus the people who are where they are is, the people who are where they are is they're fearful of saying something wrong. And they're going to stay in that place, unless you step out on the limb and act like you are that coach, like you act like you are that leader, because you guys have just amazing potential, each and every one of you. So it's just tapping into that fake it till you make it attitude. Okay. So another thing is, like, when it comes to the mindset, I had a lot of struggles with, there were people that would sign up and who would cancel. They would fall off And I think I even had one who canceled and went to another coach. Not gonna lie. But it happens to the best of us. And if you don't have that mindset, like, I'm doing this no matter what, it doesn't matter what happens to my business because this is where I'm going. You know, if something like that happens, there's a lot of people who would be feeling so defeated. They would feel like, I can't do this. You know, you let all these negative thoughts come in your mind, you know, there have been times where that happened to me early on as a coach, where I thought I was a failure and I was never going to get to Diamond because I can't recruit a 12, 8 active coaches and 2 emeralds. How the hell am I going to do that? You know, and I would lose hope and lose confidence, but that's where it comes in, where you have to believe that anything is possible as long as you put in the hard work and you do everything that you need to do to get there. That doesn't matter how many times you stumble and fall. You have to have that mindset, like, I am unstoppable. I don't need that person. They weren't meant to be with me. They're meant to be with somebody else. You know, good luck to them. I want them to be successful with who they need. You know, and maybe that wasn't me. And you just need to bless and release it and let it go. Okay. So, there's going to be, you know, there's this thing with this quote that I had written down. Okay. I can't remember who wrote it or who said it, but it's that, I know you guys have heard it. Whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. Okay. So if you think of all the negative things, if you feel like, I'm not going to be a Diamond coach, you're not going to be a Diamond coach. If you feel like, I can't hit Success Club this month, you're not going to hit Success Club. You know, if you feel like, I can't recruit any coaches, you know, if you get the pattern, it's like you start feeling and thinking these things, you're absolutely right. You can't, and you're not ready for it. You know, if you're thinking that way, you have to flip that around and be thinking all the positives to say, I will hit Success Club this month. I will be a Diamond coach by, January. I will, be a 10-star Diamond coach one day. Believe those things in your heart of hearts. Because if you believe it, anything is possible. I'm not even kidding you. I still envision myself as a 15-star Diamond walking across the stage. I envision myself getting that $40,000 bonus every, 3 months as a 15-star Diamond coach. You start to think that. You think it and you believe it. And it will happen. Okay? So keep that in mind, because anything is possible. Okay, so to go to the strategy how to kind of side. I know you guys have seen the chart, how you need to have 2 emeralds and you need to have complete 4 active coaches on each side, and 2 of them have to be emeralds. So that actually takes 12 coaches, right? Because you need 2 under each emerald. Okay, so where it comes to Diamond, if your goal is Diamond, you've got to have a plan. They say if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. So write down this goal if this is your goal, and bust out that Diamond sheet and fill it out with who you have already in your organization and what spots you need to fill. And I'm going to tell you the way that is super simple, which I should have done right from the get-go, and that I've learned more and more about is, and I'm teaching everybody now, is you have to sign. I can't say you have to, because not everybody has this luxury or not everybody has this opportunity, but you have a U+2. Okay. You pay for your business center, and you can pay for a spouse business center, and you can pay for a family member business center. Okay. So I wish I would have been thought of this and done it a long time ago, because there's the certainty. Like I like to have control of my destiny. I wish I would have been able to control this a long time ago, because I would have held emerald and I would have held a diamond rank longer instead of having bouncing in and out of it for a really long time. But if you sign up your spouse, or you sign up a family member or a brother and a mom, whatever, you can sign them up and you can run their business centers like your own business centers, only it's under their name. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, that's a lot of money, extra money to pay for. But take your, you could take I've heard of other people doing this. It's like you take your commissions from your challenge pack and put it back into your business and pay for those business centers. It's $15 for each. So it's like ultimately $45, that you'd have to pay for 3 business centers. Okay. And what you start doing is, say you have your husband and you have some challenge group members that just want a discount. Put both of those under your husband. Okay. You've made your husband an emerald. That's a great way to start doing that. I know Stacy did that with her mom. She made her mom an emerald by putting 2 discount coaches. One was her dad. One was another person. And say you have a brother, a sister, a cousin, somebody in the family, you say, can you help me? Just do this. I'm going to sign you up, but I'm going to run your business center. You don't have to recruit anybody. I mean, these people that your family members you're signing up, they don't have to do anything with the business. You recruit these coaches, put them under there, and they are your coaches. You are going to lead them. You're going to coach them regardless, if they're discount or they end up becoming a business building coach. But you want to start out by putting those people under there so you can control your spouse or your mom or your dad and put discount coaches under there, and boom, you're a Ruby. If you do that right away, and then all it takes is 3 more discount coaches on each side. So if you start busting out your challenge groups and getting these people results and really helping them, you can get to diamond fairly quickly depending on how many people you're getting in these groups and helping and presenting the opportunity to them, or the idea that they can save $16 a month on their Shakeology, minus the monthly fee as a coach. You recruit them for the discount. And you're going to have, I should say this too, and then I know I've mentioned this before, but you have your husband's account and you're building him. That's extra income for you guys. The volume, you're generating more and more volume for not only your initial account, but you're generating volume for your husband. And then that goes up to you. So you both get paid. Ultimately you get paid, but you know what I mean? It's like your husband's account gets paid or your significant other's account gets paid. And then same thing with the other family member. I have Dan on one side, and I have not signed up my mom or anybody in Dan's family. And I feel like I need to have a conversation with them again, because I could help them financially down the road. So I feel like I'm going to do this with my mom. Once 2-Star comes around, I'm going to put my mom's account in there, and I'm going to help her and my dad, build an extra nest egg for their retirement. We can do that, you guys, this is the potential that this has and that you can do with these business centers. It's not only going to help you, your volume and your rank, but it's going to help all the way around. So that's just a few ideas that I wanted to make sure that I shot your way. And you have full control of those people and those accounts. So, okay. So yeah, your spouse is going to be generating that income, and let's see, all times. Okay. You guys are going to have discount coaches and you're going to have business building coaches. And you may hear somewhere on calls, some people talk about, I'll run a, application for my coaches. I've done this, too, where I'll have my prospects fill out an application, and some people will be like, I'm not going to recruit discount coaches because I only want business builders. Don't listen to those people. If you hear those out there, because I know there's some top coaches that run their business that way. They only want the business builders, but you want the discount coaches as well in your downline, because they are going to add volume, because they're purchasing stuff on their own. They're sticking on Shakeology. That's all volume, and it's going to help you to stay at a rank. Okay. So if there's, other coaches that fall off, it's going to still help you, have a little security blanket with all these extra discount coaches there in case somebody falls off. So you don't ever want to not add discount coaches, regardless of what anybody says. I heard that recently and I was like, what are you talking about? And plus another thing is you tap those coaches into your team page or our team page, and they're going to see the activity that's going on. They're going to see our team calls, and they'll be like, maybe I should check this out. So they may start out as a discount coach, but they may not end up as a discount coach. They may actually want to do a little bit more with it and learn how to do what you're doing because they want to be a part of the fun that we're creating. I'm like, they want to be a part of the buzz and know how they can make a bigger impact on the lives of others. So that's another thing. But when you recruit those discount coaches, you don't, and they tell you that they just want it for the discount. You don't want to share information with them like they are going to be a business building coach. Like I say, have a call with them, tell them how to change their Shakeology order. Just let them know how to cancel it, give them the phone numbers for coach relations, all that jazz. Just give them some of the basics and then give them our team page and say, if you want to join our community, you can go ahead and do so here. You don't have to feel obligated, but this way you can connect with other people that are doing just what you're doing. But yeah, that's kind of in a nutshell, kind of what I had. Some of it may or may not have been new information, but I just wanted you guys to realize, I know I've had conversations with some of the coaches lately that were kind of worried or nervous about getting to Diamond or how to do it and feeling like it's impossible. And I just wanted to throw those extra tips out there on how to build it and how you can get there a little bit quicker. Just by controlling those first 2 emeralds, because like you're not going to necessarily get those emeralds right out of the gate, like Stacy, like what she was like within the first day, like she turned emerald, but she saw that and she like signed up her mom and she signed up her significant other at the time, and we were, she was rock and rolling, so it's just, you just gotta dig and see what you want out of this. And then I'll also say is like, it's like a really good time too, because with the release of Hammer and Chisel, okay, and the new year coming, there's going to be a crap ton of volume blowing up in the back office. And you, as an Emerald, you get to capitalize on that team volume. So anybody that's been put into the business underneath you, after you, you're going to start accruing volume from them and all the sales they are doing and all the sales their team is doing. So becoming an Emerald or stressing to your coaches to become Emerald is key, especially this time of year. I mean, at least before January, because it's going to blow up, you guys, and you want to be ready for it. So make sure that you can take that into consideration too. Okay, we might have a few more minutes, so I don't know if any of you guys have any questions. You can go ahead and unmute, but that's kind of all I had to cover today, and my throat's a little sore. Yeah, that's kind of all I had. Let's see what else. Oh, and Alicia, like kudos to Alicia for leaving tomorrow, and hopefully she's going to come back, and she's going to the Platinum Edge event in Dallas. And hopefully she's going to come back with some epic information that maybe you can share with us on one of our calls or a couple calls. I was actually listening to Platinum Edge. I have the podcast for Platinum Edge, and I was listening to one of them. She had a guest speaker, and it was a guy that's going to be speaking there this weekend, and he was talking about YouTube and how important and how effective video is and getting it on YouTube and getting a lot of people seeing it. And I was just like blown away by some of the stuff he was sharing. So if you have Platinum Edge podcast, tap into that. So I better make that a goal for 2016 to hit up YouTube, because it is, everybody goes to YouTube. And if you are able to, put your workout videos, like we all kind of do some little snippets of a workout here and there or something, or if you're in the kitchen making food with your kids and demonstrating it, you put that on YouTube. And if you title it in just a perfect way, it can rise to the very top of the affinity of YouTube or whatever it's called. It's not affinity, it's something else. But I thought that was pretty cool. And it sounded like he's got a training. So I bet they're going to pitch that while you're there too. Something to get stuck into.
And I'll probably fall for it too. Like always.
I know, that's the first thing I thought. Totally jump on this.
Yeah.
Take lots of notes.
Yes.
I feel like everything they're talking about too is like stuff I need to focus on. Like Janelle's doing, getting coaches started right, and like that guy about the YouTube. Shalene's doing time management. Chelsea Pearson's doing social media content creation. And then Darren Natoni is doing talking about that app 1Password. And I actually have been like trying to figure all that out. So I'm like, perfect, because I opened an account and kind of got started, but now I'm like, what am I doing? So I'm like, everything that they're talking about, I'm like, this is exactly what I need.
Awesome.
So
yeah, we'll get lots of nuggets, and you'll have to bring it back and share with us. And that's another thing too. Like, you guys, that is another event that, if you're not able to make it to Summit, that's like another mini Summit. It's just with our Platinum Presenters team. Like our way upline is Christine Dwyer, and then it's Janelle, and then it's Kimberly, and then it's me. And then that's kind of how the progression of our team goes. So she puts on this event, and we went last year, and it was fabulous. And I wanted to go this year. It just wasn't in the cards for me. I had to kind of pick and choose. And there's a possibility if I get enough elite points and 2-star happens, like with the qualification, within the qualification period, they're going to invite me out to California for the new leadership retreat. So I had to pick and choose what I'm going to go to, because then there's the cruise, and then there's Summit again. And my husband just like, what are you doing? But he knows, it's like he expects this now, and he knows that traveling is my thing now. Like still like a pinch me moment, you guys, because I never traveled before this business. I never did. Like the extent of our like vacation was Minneapolis, and here now I've been to Vegas many times, Texas, been to Nashville, been on a cruise. Yeah, I've been to Mexico.
I love traveling.
Huh?
Yeah, I love traveling. I've always loved traveling, especially with people, and just looking forward to it. It's so much fun.
I know, and then we can create this culture.
That's cool that you travel.
We can design the team we want to travel with. Like, you people, you ladies, we're going to be traveling buddies, as long as everybody's sticking in this, we're going to be vacationing forever together. So, it's like that kind of stuff. When you think about recruiting people to your team, are they people that you could sit on a beach and have cocktails with, and visit with? You think about that when you're trying to recruit people that you want to work with, and when you're branding yourself, because it's fun, you guys. This whole thing, the whole thing is fun. And I'm just, I can't stress enough. Every time I get on this dang call, it's like, I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful for all you guys and the value you bring to my life. So, just keep on doing what you're doing. Keep setting your goals high, dreaming big, and knowing that anything is stinking possible with this, because it is. And everything is going to happen in due time. I know frustrations come up. I know, we fall, we get back up, we fall 10 times, we keep getting back up, but it's all worth it in the end. So just never give up. Never give up. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? We have any 6 minutes or anything you want to add?
Good call tonight. Just had a comment. That's all.
Yay. Thank you. One of those days where I was just like, oh, what do I need to talk about? I'm just talking what's coming to my mind. So like I said, you guys have any more input and stuff on calls, let me know. And everything is going to go directly to YouTube. I don't always remember to post it in the same or into the team page. So recordings will go on the YouTube. So just search Fierce Fit Society or have it saved or followed on YouTube. and then you guys can access that until I figure out a better way or I hire somebody. I'm in the process of hiring, writing down things I need to hire somebody to do. I listened to a call on that too, you guys, and it's going to help me big time. I know that.
Oh, cool.
Okay, guys. Well, if you don't have anything else, you guys have an awesome night, awesome weekend, and thanks so much for your time and hopping on the call tonight. And I hope it was helpful. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Thanks.
All right, later, ladies.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.